Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend, and welcome to another rant video here this evening. And tonight we're going to be talking about theme parks, or rather I'm going to be ranting about theme parks. For those of you who don't know, I am not a big fan of the Six Flags franchise of theme parks, thrill parks, whatever the hell you want to call them parks. If you don't know why, watch the video right underneath here, and that'll explain as to why I'm not too thrilled with the boys over at Six Flags. But that aside, this rant is not going to be focused on Six Flags. In fact, I don't want people to think that I'm just slamming Six Flags for this, because I have been an avid theme park goer for a number of years now. I got my first season pass for a theme park back in 1983, and I've been going to theme parks around the country ever since. Just to give you a brief recap, I've been to parks under the Universal banner, Six Flags, Busch, Cedar Fair, you name it. Pretty much all the main players, Walt Disney, all the main players in the theme park industry, or just the entertainment park industry, if you will, I've been to one of their franchises parks. So, I want to go over, since this is the time of the year where everyone that's north of California and Florida gets their theme parks open for the year at this time, I want to go over the problems that I feel a lot of these parks have, and just a lot of things that really just piss me off, are just really, really douchebaggy about the way they conduct business in a lot of these parks. But like I said, I'm not singling out any specific one park, and this is going to be stuff that correlates across the board that I've physically seen and just don't really like that a lot of these parks do. One of the first things I want to address here is just the way that parks generate revenue. Now, I mean, like I said, I've had a season pass for, any theme park since 1983. Back then, getting into the park was like the one big expense of the day. It has gotten to the point now where there are so many expenses that you incur, from parking in the parking lot, which can average $10 to $20 no matter what park you go to just functioning in the park itself once you get in through the front gate. It has gotten to the point where that admittance fee that you pay for the ticket is not even the major expense of the day. Okay, now there's a number of things that are just excessively overpriced and excessively just unnecessary. And I want to go over these here. Number one is a commodity that you need anytime you're in a park, and that's called water. Especially if you go to the park in the summer, it's July, that sun's beating down on you, you're waiting in line all day. I mean, some of these roller coasters, you could be waiting in line easily 2-3 hours in any major theme park in the country. So naturally, you're going to get thirsty and you need something to drink. So what do these ass clowns at these theme parks do? They put vending machines in the actual queues for the line. Because obviously, once you're in line, your ass can't leave. You can't just say, I want to get up and go to the bathroom and then hop back in line. That shit ain't happening. So they put these little vending machines. They'll have like soda and energy drinks and bottled water. Bottled water is a commodity that you think that, it should be reasonably priced. I, for instance, just went to Target the other day and got a 24 pack of water for $3. $3. It's a pretty good price. You can actually find it cheaper than that if you shop around. But, hey, that's a pretty good price. How can I pass it up? Theme parks, on the other hand, don't think that's good enough. They want to charge you not only $3 for a case of water, they want to charge you $3 for a bottle of water. Now, keep in mind that the park itself is probably getting that case of water probably a lot less than $3, since they probably get them in at hundreds of cases at a time, because, a park on a busy day would go through that much. So they probably get them at a pretty significant discount. Why does a commodity like that have to be so goddamn expensive? I mean, you can literally look at the prices of bottled water in the vending machines at these goddamn parks, and they will range from $3 to, in some cases, I've seen up as high as $5. Now, you gotta be shitting me. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Let's think of this. This is a commodity that they're charging you basically the case price for a single unit. Okay? Now, there's roughly, like I said, there's roughly about 24. I have a 24 pack of water, and it's about $3. And that's roughly what you would find a good priced case of water. Now, let's say that principle had to, just go across the board. Let's say one hot dog. Okay, one hot dog in a park could roughly cost you around 3.50, maybe $4. So, are you trying to tell me that if I went out in public and I tried to get a 24 pack of hot dogs, that they would be about $75? I mean, I'm doing the rough math here, people. But anyways, you get my point. So why is water such a severe hike in price? Like, I mean, God, yeah, like if you got 24 hot dogs, I mean, you'd get them for under $10. I mean, water though, a commodity that they know people are gonna have, and they gotta charge $3+ for that shit. How about one of these goddamn parks be magnanimous and, like, I don't know, charge 50 cents? I mean, you still will make a shitload of money. In fact, I may argue the case that the water would sell a lot more if you charge less. Hell, charge $1. Maybe instead of selling 100 cases of water a day in a park, you might sell 300 cases worth of water in the park. And you will also get the reputation of not being stingy pricks when it comes to cutting prices on a goddamn simple commodity like H2O. Holy shit, does that piss me off? Goddamn water has to charge $3. $3 friggin' dollars. Ugh. Okay. That's enough talk about goddamn water. Let's talk about something that actually creates an air of entitlement in these parks. And that's these goddamn little passes. The little beeper passes, whatever the hell you want to call them. I'm just going to call them the cut in line passes, because there's a different name for every single one in any franchise of theme park. These are passes that you can buy to basically, they're set up for the main rides of the park, usually like the roller coasters and the top-notch attractions. You can basically sync them up with a set time that you can go over and visit your ride. That way you don't have to wait in line with the common folk, the general public, as the theme park executives would call you. You don't have to wait in line with them you can reserve your spot. Say you can go on the big roller coaster at 3 o'clock and it's synced up in there, so you sit down, you eat lunch, you take a shit or whatever till 3 o'clock rolls around, then you walk over there, and then you still have to actually wait in line because there's other people with the little cut-in-line passes that are in front of you. And the one big gripe that I have with this is, like I said, it creates an air of entitlement. It basically creates a class of citizenry inside the park where you'd think everyone is there just to have a good time and just, like, enjoy being around everyone and enjoy the rides and not be assholes and try to look like they're stuck up. But that's what these passes do. I mean, you're waiting in line, like I said, with the regular common folk, and you're waiting there. And a lot of these roller coasters, like I said, you can wait upwards of 3 hours. And a lot of times, like, I never invested in these passes. Never did. And by the way, these passes range from $25, which are the standard passes, to $65, which is what a good pass will cost you. And on top of that, like Six Flags Magic Mountain, we'll use as an example. If you want to ride the roller coaster called X2, you can't just get that little cut-in-line pass. You have to pay an additional fee on top of that pass just to get that roller coaster X2 added to your goddamn skip-in-line pass. What bullshit is that? You're already paying $65 for it, and you gotta pay an over-the-top fee just to have one ride added to it? Get the hell out of here. I think it's like $10 or $20 just to get that ride added. Get the hell out of here with that shit. But anyways, you wait in line for, like I said, upwards of 3 hours in some cases. And you have to keep seeing just, like, these people cut in front of you. Like, all of a sudden they won't let anyone on the coaster. And then they'll let people come in through the back and file in while everyone sits there in the hot sun and watches these assholes that are a little bit more privileged than everyone else. That's bullshit. That is just such bullshit. And granted, I know why the parks do it. It generates a shitload of money for these goddamn parks. But you know what? How much money do you goddamn need? You're already getting us for $10 to $15 for the goddamn parking. I mean, the ticket prices are a lot more expensive than they were so many years ago. what the hell is the goddamn overhead for these companies that much more that they have to charge so much more goddamn money for little items like bottled water and the little skip in line passes that didn't even exist going back 10, 15 years ago? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, granted, yeah, sure, rides are a bit more expensive to build and there's insurance and stuff, but Jesus Christ, can't offset the cost by any other means? Anyways, yeah, little issues like that just really piss me off. And another little thing, and we'll even go to the macro end of things because there's also little minute things that could just be so simple to change that they don't. Often in a lot of these parks there's little like carnival areas where you can win like prizes that are like, stuffed animals, but there's one goddamn prize that I see in a lot of these parks that just pisses me off because it's the most goddamn annoying prize that you could give to an individual, and that's those little games where you shoot the basketball into like the little oval shaped hoop that's like near impossible to get in, though people win at it quite frequently. Anyways, the prize that they give out for these is naturally a basketball. Okay, that is a basketball. That is number one. It's a noise irritant in the park. And number two, it's goddamn little kids, like little punk teenagers that end up winning this. And like they're bouncing it around. They think they're gonna have like, one-on-one with each other in the middle of the park when there's not even a basketball court around. It's just annoying as hell. I always see like the ball get bounced off of someone's foot and hit like a child or a lady that's like standing by eating an ice cream cone. They're dumb, they're stupid, and it just really pisses me off. Stop giving out goddamn basketballs as prizes in these goddamn theme parks. Anyways, I think that's going to conclude this part. You know what? I think if I sit down and think for a little while, I'm going to come up with a few more things that really piss me off about theme parks because I think I'm going a little long here tonight. So, I don't know, people. Just stick around because I think there's going to have to be a part two of this. Have a good night, everyone.